Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this bonus quick news update video I've got some more images I want to share with you that I've got from tfcon via TFW 2005. So this is the second video I've already done. The first one was, I suppose, mainly focusing on legend scale figures, whereas this is going to be focusing a bit more, and in fact only on masterpiece scale. So Magic Square, as well as doing legends, they obviously also do masterpiece scale figures as well. So we've seen a few of these images, to be fair, but it's just great to show you them again. So this is their using their version 2.0 mold. Obviously they had Optimus Prime first and foremost. This is their take as well on Ultra Magnus, and it is of course just the cab. And as I've said previously regarding this just reminds me of MP1, and then of course then they redecoed it into the Ultra Magnus cab as well. And it seems obviously that they've done this with their new version 2.0 of Optimus Prime as well. So this is Magic Square's masterpiece figure, Ultra Magnus cab, and then we're moving on to fans toys. And also as well, by the way, if I get anything wrong, please let me know in the comments, because again, I'm learning, especially about third party. I really am trying to learn as much as I can to get the news over to you. So fans toys, again, apologies for the glare, but this is of course their take on Gears, and we can see he's called Variator. There's loads of images of this. This guy looks brilliant. Again, this is masterpiece scale, so larger figures, not your legends at all. Hugely articulate, hugely detailed, incredibly cartoon accurate. And we seem to be getting loads of these at the moment. Obviously we've had the legend scale figures. There he is compared with some of the other products that they've made, and you can see how well he scales and indeed displays with them. He's looking great, to be fair. And of course you're going to see in a second, wherever there is Gears, there is of course going to be Swerve. There we go. Swerve's coming up in a second. There's all of Gears' faceplates that you can obviously interchange, and indeed here comes Diverge, which is their take on Swerve as well. And what's interesting with this is he's got different, not only a different faceplate, but a different, I suppose, sort of helmet colour as well. And I love the fact that they've gone with the chrome on the legs and on the feet, you know, exactly the same as the G1 toy. He looks brilliant. He looks so good. That's what I mean. So the top picture, you've just got the eyes. Then it looks like you've got a visor. And then you've got a completely different coloured helmet as well. So again, the variables and all the different posability and things that you can do with these, all the possibilities, that's the word I'm after. Possibilities, posability, and the way you can display these figures is absolutely phenomenal. Right, there again is his faceplate and helmet, etc. And there, of course, is their take on Scourge. What's his name at the top? There we go, Inquisitor. So of course, because he's Scourge, there's a couple of versions, because we always like to have more than one sweep. We've also got him with Target Master as well, again, as to be expected. It looks like there's a couple of slightly different sort of colour schemes, just ever so slightly changed. Whether or not that is, again, to complete the sweeps, etc. Fans Toy 61. Let's see if the number changes as we go through it. Again, you've got an abundance of faceplates and I suppose expressions. That's the word I'm looking for as well. There, of course, would be their version of Fracas. And you can see what I mean there. Some of them look slightly different, or whether it's just the way they're all posed up. I think they're all the same, to be fair, because it just says Fans Toys number 61 Inquisitor. And yeah, I think it is. I think they're just posed slightly different, and again, it's showing different angles of them all. And there, of course, with their take on Cyclonus, and indeed with Galvatron as well. So there you go. That is the trio all lined up, looking spectacular. There we have them. Right, we're going to move on to Fans Hobby. Now, I've had to get notes for this because the thing is, again, and I totally admit it, that the Armada trilogy was a bit of a a bit of a blank space for me, and still is. So not the Armada trilogy, the Unicron trilogy, of course it is. But before we get there, this is Bossman, which we've seen loads of. This was the convention exclusive, and he looks amazing. I'm really impressed with this guy. So I've just quickly glazed past him. MB23A. So we've seen, funnily enough, we've seen the Japanese version of this. So this is, of course, Dark. I always get these mixed up. This is Dreadwind, because I'm used to going Buster and Hydra. So this is Dreadwind in the Hasbro colours. And there he is with the engine as well. So if you're wondering what I mean, you'll see in a second. This is, of course, Darkwind, or could be Hydra, depending on, we don't know yet, or their take on their particular names. So if you're wondering why I'm getting confused, you see that's pretty much just what you've seen in this one here, in them deco, but I'm used to calling them by the Japanese one, and as I say, that is Buster's deco. So you can see the two there. You've got the full colour sample next to Darkwind, and there they are. Now the best thing about these, of course, is the fact that they do combine, and we've got some images of them doing so here. And I think the best thing about this is just for continuity for myself, even in Hasbro and in Takara continuity, they were still called Dread Wings combined, which is perfect. Right, this is where we're moving on to things that I have to quickly check my notes. So MB20 is, of course it is, it's Armada Overload, and then we're going to see Armada Jetfire in a second as well. But as I say, the whole Unicron trilogy, I don't own any of the originals, so I'm excited to see these. I'm excited to see some of the remakes as well. So as I say, this is Overload, all test pieces with the minicons. And again, what I really like about this, you'll see in a second, is the versatility of them, the fact that they're a play set, the fact that they can combine, the fact that you can use them with other figures in the same, you know, toy lines. Again, pretty much like what you could do with the originals, the fact that they do all combine as well. So you can see these with the existing toys, with their original take on, of course, Armada Optimus Prime. And then in a second, you're going to see them with, there we go, Jetfire. This is just another complete test piece. Again, no actual full colour images of this just yet. You can see the space shuttle mode, you can see the robot mode. In a minute you can start to see the combining mode, and again you can see how you can use this. There it is, look, all combined, all used. That reminds me of the Battlestars platform from Generation 1, to be honest. So I'm seeing a lot of similarities there, and again I'm really excited to see these in hand and indeed have a play with them and get used to them as well. So you can see exactly this, they've gone to town with this. I think they've really done a good job with this, Fans Hobby, the fact that they've showed you this with existing products and how you can combine and use them all for exactly that reason. There you go. So that pretty much concludes this particular video. I'm going to put an outtake video up as well separately, because there was so many of me messing up at the beginning. And again, once again, if I get any of this wrong, please let me know, because I'm learning about this as much as everybody else. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. More news updates coming up soon, and of course the new normal reviews. I'm getting all my words mixed up. Normal reviews, unboxings and everything, they'll all be as normal. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.